Ever watched the news and thought, why do they all sound like they're reading from the same teleprompter? Well, they are. And guess who loaded the script? I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with three-letter agency that loves coups and cover-ups. Let's rewind to a time when reporters actually wrote stories and the CIA said, nah, we'll handle that. This is Operation Mockingbird, the CIA's greatest literary achievement. Shakespeare? Please. The agency practically ghost-wrote your entire worldview. And here's the best part, they still are. I'm Rocky Smith. This is Rock Solid TV. And tonight, we're ruffling some federally sponsored feathers. Mockingbird origins, when journalism met propaganda. Picture it, 1948. The Cold War's on, the Soviets are scary, and Uncle Sam suddenly realizes we might need a press that works for us, not the truth. So naturally, they launch Operation Mockingbird, a totally not sketchy plan to infiltrate every major newsroom on Earth. They recruited over 400 journalists, paid them off, gave them CIA code names, groomed editors, planted stories. The Washington Post, Time Magazine, CBS, New York Times, oh yeah, all in the nest. We're not talking speculation. This was confirmed in the 1970s by the Church Committee. Their exact wording, open quote, the CIA maintains a network of several hundred individuals who provide intelligence and attempt to influence opinion, close quote, like freedom-loving democracies always do. The best lies are outsourced. Now here's the punchline. They said they shut it down, laughs in Langley. Spoiler alert, they didn't end it. They just rebranded. Like any good government program. They realized they didn't have to bribe journalists anymore. Just train them at Columbia, handpick them out of Ivy League schools, put them on the payroll at think tanks and NGOs, and boom, now you've got a media class that parrots intel talking points and thinks they're being edgy. Why force loyalty when you can manufacture it? Enter the age of corporate media. 6 companies now control 90% of what you see, read, and hear, all cozy with the same politicians, agencies, and defense contractors. That's not journalism. That's state-sponsored karaoke. The internet, bigger, better, and built by the military. Now I hear what you're thinking, but Rocky, I get my info from independent media, YouTube, podcasts, TikTok. That's adorable. Let me tell you a bedtime story called ARPANET, the original name for the internet. Guess who created it? Yup, the Pentagon, DARPA to be precise. That's right, the internet, Google, Facebook, all trace back to military and intelligence roots. Google's early funding came from In-Q-Tel, the CIA's venture capital arm. Facebook suspiciously resembles DARPA's scrapped LifeLog project, which conveniently vanished right when Zuckerberg launched his dorm room surveillance empire. Coincidence? Only if you've been watching CNN with your eyes closed. Modern mockingbirds don't need strings. Today, the CIA doesn't need to run the media. They've programmed it to run itself. Look around. You've got newsrooms tripping over themselves to repeat the same buzzwords. Baseless, debunked, conspiracy, safe and effective, trust the science, ultra MAGA. It's not reporting, it's a vocabulary list from Langley. And what about the algorithm gods? They'll happily boost an 18-year-old CIA intern's TikTok while burying a real investigative journalist 6 feet under a pile of community guidelines. Today's Operation Mockingbird doesn't need to fly, it just updates its software. The greatest trick Mockingbird 2.0 ever pulled? Convincing you that you're immune to propaganda. But every time you parrot a talking point, argue inside a preset political box, or think you're informed because a blue check told you so, you're doing the bird's work. They don't need to silence truth, just drown it. Flood the zone, confuse the herd, and keep the real story 3 headlines deep behind clickbait trash. Because in the end, the goal isn't just to control what you believe, it's to make you too exhausted to care. Look, I'm not here to depress you. I'm here to unplug you. The only way out of the cage is to stop singing the tune. Buy the truth, sell it not. Proverbs 23:23. This is Rocky Smith. If you're tired of parroting state-approved propaganda, smash that subscribe button like it's a corrupt teleprompter. Join Rock Solid TV, where we don't do scripts, we burn them, because around here, we don't mock the bird, we roast it. See you in the next one. Stay loud, stay sharp, stay rock solid.